On November 13th, 1974, a .35 caliber lever-action rifle was fired 8 times inside a quiet suburban house. It is loud enough to be heard a mile away. But that night, the neighbors heard nothing. The dog didn't bark, but here's the detail that keeps detectives up at night. All 6 victims were found face down. No struggle, no sedatives in their blood. They simply waited to die. We've been told it was a hoax, but when you look at the forensic evidence, the truth is much, much worse. 1 year later, George and Kathy Lutz move in. They buy the murder house for $80,000, a steal. But George immediately starts waking up at 3:15 a.m. He didn't know it yet, but 3:15 a.m. was the exact estimated time of death for the DeFeo family. George claimed he was waking up to check the boathouse, but his stepson Danny saw something else. He saw a pair of red eyes staring back from the window. The movie made Jodie a pig, but the real story is simpler and scarier. During an investigation in 1976, photographer Gene Campbell set up an automatic camera on the second-floor landing. The house was empty. No children were present. Yet, this photo shows a small boy peering out from a room. Look at the eyes. No pupils. When the Lutz children saw this photo, they didn't say it was a ghost. They said, "That's the boy we played with. That's Jodie." Skeptics love to say the priest, Father Ray Pecoraro, never went to the house. They say he recanted his story. That is a lie. In a lawsuit between the Lutzes and the media, Father Ray testified under oath. He told the judge that he did enter the house. He did hear a disembodied voice scream, "Get out!" And he was physically slapped across the face by an invisible hand. He described the room filling with the smell of rotting flesh, and he never changed his story, even when the church told him to be quiet. If this was a hoax to make money, why is the family destroyed? Danny Lutz, the 10-year-old boy, is now an adult. He hates his stepfather. He made no money from the books. Yet he swears to this day that he was levitated in his bed, and that his hand was crushed by a window that slammed shut on its own. He describes the house not as haunted, but as possessed, a battery that drains anyone who enters. So we go back to the beginning. November 13th, 6 bodies, all face down. The killer, Ronald DeFeo, said voices told him to do it. George Lutz said voices told him to kill his family. The house has a new address now, new owners. They say it's quiet. But 50 years later, we still can't explain why 6 people didn't wake up while a rifle screamed in the hallway. Maybe the house was just holding them down.